Hey guys, welcome back, David. Back by world, and hey, I'm gonna start calling my new little show where I just talk about what I'm thinking about or what I'm working on. Currently, it's gonna be called the last hour because I think I mentioned a lot of times I just come out here last hour of the day, at 4 to 5 hour, and just putts. But anyways, this is on signals and my thoughts. Sorry, no trains running, so I'll probably lose some guys. But anyways, so I've always been into signals. I used to work for the UP, of course, and signals were just fascinating to me. I pretty much fully understood all the signals, how they worked, and if I didn't, I sure got answers from somebody, that's for sure, signal maintainer or whoever. So, but yeah, I full understanding of how they work for the Union Pacific. Anyways, all that to say, this is kind of a big plea, big request. All the manufacturers, anybody, NJ International, Atlas, BLMA, who's with Atlas apparently now. I wish you guys had, and I hope, okay, you guys put out some new signals. This particular signal, this is just a kind of a scratch-built thing. I did a number of these signals on my layout on the cheap. These signal heads, these were NJ Internationals, and I want to say the number was 4122. Don't quote me on that, but what they put out is just the signal head. Then I used brass tubing and bought brass ladder to kind of finish off the signal. So the signal head is actually, it measures a scale 3.5 feet, and I've gone out and I measured signal heads, the searchlight signals. They're about 3 feet. So this is just a hair oversized. But what I've done with these is I've replaced them with newer LEDs, and I stuffed in 3 LEDs into that signal head. So, and I'll push some buttons here. I'm going to also push the button on my camera for a second too. Okay, so I use NC Light-Its, and I think I mentioned also before is that NC Light-Its connected through the Tortoise machines, and Circuitron the DT4 for occupancy. And I have what they call or use CTC islands, and that refers to that there's no block detection outside of what's inside the control point, in particular over the switch points. So outside of that, there's again no block occupancy signals. As of now, I'm actually planning on some, but as of now, I don't. I just have CTC islands all throughout my layout. My control points are set up, so each one is labeled either for the NC Light-It system, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on. And this happens to be my control point 20, so meaning that each signal is numbered 20 through 29. There's only, let's see, what do I have? I've got 6 signals in this particular control point, so there's 3 numbers that are still available for future use. So, but this signal here is 20, so I just punch in 20, and then I hit whatever I want to hit. So bring up an approach, or I can bring it back to a red. So again, simple system, but my plea is because I've seen so many other people working on signal systems, both young people, they got a real tech savvy, and I wish they'd come out with more modern signals. Even myself, an older guy, I'm about to turn 60 here soon, but I'm totally into signals myself, so all ages are into signals, let's just put it that way. And maybe their advancement as far as how they wire signals or the computers they use might be different, but we all strive for the same thing, some type of functional working signal. So, and like I said, it's the last hour, so I'm just kind of voicing my opinion. I'll kind of show you some other stuff here too. So yeah, I know you guys probably want to get your hands on some of these. I just have a few left. I ordered a number of these, well, kind of when they're discontinuing them, so I still have a few left with the Atlas. Here's the signal heads from old BLMA, so I have a couple of those left, so I've just put those on some inexpensive signal bridges, so I can do that. But as far as stuffing my little searchlight signals, and I've got to redo some, This is what I use here. You know, LEDs are cheap, abundant, and come in a variety of colors. So these, of course, are yellow. There's 25 in a pack on these. And I got green, yellow, red, blue, and white. And I think I paid less than 30 bucks for, you know, all these LEDs. So and I'll kind of put one on my finger and give you a scale size. Kind of had to wait until that got into focus there. But I know I've seen guys use, you know, a lot smaller LEDs than this, but these seem to work. I'm able to stuff them into that. Here's my use of the BLMA signals on, who makes this inexpensive? Is it a Bachmann? I think it's just a Bachmann signal bridge here. But it works. And again, this is my same control point, just look in the opposite direction. And these are all the 20s, so I numbered these, well, starting from the far left. That's 25, 26, 27 on the upper right. 28 is vacant. So I'm futures, I'm going to put a signal there, just a red or restricting. That'll give me restricting to go in the yard. And then the far right, so I can punch in, I'll punch in 29. That's far right on the bottom. And I can, I'll give him a advanced approach here. So you got flashing yellow out of him, so I can set him that way. I'll show you my other signals too. So here's my next control point, and these are the 30. So just got to go straight down the line. That way I don't really have to think too much about what number to punch in to clear up a train. So in this one is a 30. Same thing on this side because it's going, well, this is a westbound direction. So it's 36, 37, upper right, 38, lower left, 39 on the lower right. So if I want to clear something up, yeah, just like that. So that one I hit 38 and cleared them up. So that's kind of how my signals work. And like I said, I've been seeing a lot of other videos. Dan's Railroad 2011, you ever see some of his outstanding work on weathering cars and detail? You know, he's taken on signal projects now too. So this signal here is a BLMA signal, and I swear I wish they put more of these out, but I got a good idea as to what Dan did as far as how he did his signals, and he modified it. So I guess if they're not going to put out signals, I guess I got to start or go down that route as far as getting creative again, make my own signals. So that's kind of, like I said, it's called Last Hour, and this is what my topic is. So shout out to Dan's Railroad 2011 and Circuitron 2 they were so nice, you know, during the pandemic. One of my my DT4, no, one of my flashing units had problems, and I guess I screwed up with it. So I sent it back, and he was nice enough to fix it. So shout out to Circuitron. And you know, it took about a month and a half or so, but I got it back and no charge. So big shout out to those guys too. But again, there's so many advanced systems out there too that I follow. I don't see the need for it, at least nowadays. So I just stick with the CTC Islands and working on some other smaller projects. But let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of guys maybe aren't into signals, but I sure am, and as well as other guys are getting into them too. So anyways, Last Hour, you guys take care. BAC 5. David, signing out.